What is up YouTube, this is Joel2TV back with more for you to see, and today we have some more Yeezy news. It is June, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so first things first, what I like to talk to you guys about is really where I get my source of information for the Yeezy news, and that is almost primarily through YeezyMafia.com. They are the place I go to for almost all my Yeezy news. So if you want the reliable resources, go ahead and go hit them up at YeezyMafia.com. But let's go ahead and scroll through some of these things and let's talk it out, because there's quite a few things coming out this year that I am super excited about. As you can see right here, we have at least a few different kind of Yeezys that are going to be releasing, and this is something that I've been griping about for quite a while, is that they need to be releasing some things that people actually like, and possibly just keep on going with some of the silhouettes that really work well. So going down through May, we just passed that, but going into June, as you can see, we have the Yeezy Slides that are coming out on June 21st for $60 each. Now these right here have been hyped up quite a bit, and every time that I've been trying to go to get some Yeezy Slides, they have always been sold out. They're not the most fanciest, they're probably not the most comfortable slides. I can't speak to it because I personally haven't owned a pair yet, but it's kind of crazy that these things are selling out and they're such a basic behind slide. It's like nothing special. As you can see right here in this picture, it's literally just a chocolate brown and this tan kind of slide. I don't really see the hype in it, but it is there, and if you're trying to get them, like I said, they're gonna be coming out on June 21st for $60. Moving on into August, which is my month, turning 24, Kobe year. So going on to what's coming out in August, we have the Yeezy Boost 700 MNVN. They're going to be returning in the same colorways that have been released already, which is the orange colorway and the triple black colorway. Me personally, if you guys know me very well, I really love my colors that stand out and really pop on feet, because like I always say, every time you wear those sneakers, you got to break those necks. But at the same time, I also like this triple black colorway. I think it's really dope because it's something that you can wear with everything, and I think it might be time for me to get another pair of triple black sneakers, and what better way to do that than with a pair of Yeezy 700s. Now I personally don't own a pair of 700s, and I've only owned one ever, and I wasn't a fan of it, but now that this is like the alternate version, it's a whole nother version up, I might have to really try hard on these ones. As you guys know, these are typically going to come out on YeezySupply.com and also going to be coming out on Adidas.com/Yeezy. There's no exact restock date on this one, but it's just slated for August, so be prepared for that. And it's going to be coming in at a price of $220, which is a lot less than the original version, which was originally $300. Moving on down to quite a few other sneakers that are coming out in August, and these I am not excited about because I come on here every single month and I tell you guys, stop with the 350s. We're done, okay? Everybody that wanted 350s, they already have them, and if not, we're back stocking these. Like, nobody wants the 350s anymore. Let's just be completely honest with each other. We don't want the 350s unless they're the V1s. That simple. But my opinion might change a little bit later, because there is a colorway coming on in this video that I might try again. Now that triple black one, I just was talking to you guys about triple black. The triple black, they might get me on that, especially because it's the reflective. All of these seem to be the reflective except for the inertia colorway. That one right there, the triple black one, is something that I've always wished I could have got a pair of these. I was so close because I had a connection back in Champs. I never got a chance to get these, but the static version especially is something that I would love to get. Another one right here, tan. Another tan one, really? Let's just move on. All right, so now moving on to the last one coming out in August is the Yeezy 700 Waverunner. Now this one right here is a classic, and I remember everybody hated on the 700s when they first came out, and I was always on the bandwagon, but once I actually owned a pair, it just wasn't something that I thought that I loved, and especially for the retail price of $300 at the time, it just didn't seem like a sneaker that I really wanted to keep in my collection, especially because like for $200 I could get a much more comfortable sneaker and get an Ultra Boost. It obviously isn't as much hype, but it's comfort, and that's what you were going for with the 700s. But I mean, given the opportunity now that it's $240 for these also in the Waverunner colorway, I might have to go for it and just pull the trigger on it, just because number one, it's different. Number two, it's an iconic pair of Yeezy 700s and was the first 700s that came out. And always whenever you get with those first silhouettes, you know, it's always cool to have the first colorway in there. But that Waverunner is a classic colorway that nobody will ever forget. But ultimately on this one is possibly a cop. Not 100% committed to it. Had them once, but I don't know. Moving on to the month of September, we have a pair of Yeezy boots. Now I'm gonna say right here, and I know everybody's gonna hate on me for what I'm about to say, but for $200 for a pair of work boots, this might be something that I might cop. I'll be honest with you. The oil colorway, which is that one, the black one / brownish looking one, I would actually cop those, and the reason why I would is because I actually work on movie sets here at FSU Film, and having boots is definitely something that you always want to have when you work on sets. And I actually wore a pair of boots all springtime making the last set of films that we just made, and it would just be so cool to have a pair of Yeezy boots. You know, obviously not many people in my school are gonna know that they're Yeezys, and not many people on the street are gonna know that they're Yeezys, but I'll know. And I think it's just kind of cool, and it would actually live up to something that I love doing, which is having hype sneakers on, down to even working in hype sneakers. So I think that would be a pretty cool cop. All right, now scrolling down, what else is coming out in September? We have the Yeezy 450. Now these right here, I already told you guys, and I made a video a long time ago saying that this is something that I would cop no matter what. I tried my best and I never got the chance to get them retail, and I still live and die by the fact that I will never pay resale for my sneakers. It's just something that I'm not gonna do, because I feel like something that's much cooler and much more adventurous is trying to get them for retail. But these Yeezy 450s, they've escaped me before. This time I'm hoping that I'll have a better chance of getting them, because these things are so different. They look so comfortable, almost like a sock-like kind of sneaker. And it's just something that I really want to add to the collection because it's so different. All right, moving down to the November section, we have a pair of the Yeezy 500 in the blush colorway. Now, I personally still have these in my collection, and I really think that they're a nice pair of sneakers. I really did beat these up for quite a while, but I just stopped wearing my 500s for some reason. I don't really know what it is. It just grew out of my style, but I still have 3 of them in my collection. But the blush colorway to me was probably one of my favorite after the utility black one. But the 500s is a very comfortable sneaker, and they retail at $200. So all right, moving on a little bit more into November, we have the Yeezy 350 in the blue tint colorway. These right here are very similar to the Yeezy 350 V2 in the zebra colorway, but obviously with a bluish kind of tint to it. These right here, I personally didn't want these even when they released back, I think in 2018. I didn't even want them, and still to this day I still live by that. I don't really like these, and it just kind of lives by what I'm talking about with the 350s. I'm already done with them. If I don't have the colorway that I have already, then I don't need it in my collection. I think the one pair that I do regret ever selling as a 350 was my zebras. I really wish I had those in my collection. If they restocked on those, it would be a major cop. But these right here, the blue tints, I'm gonna have to have a hard pass on that one. All right, so last but not least, let's go ahead and talk about the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 in the Beluga Reflective colorway. Now, I know what I've already said about the Yeezy 350 V2s, but there's only 2 exceptions of 350 V2s, maybe 3, that I would actually cop, and that would be the zebras, it would be the bread ones, and then it would also be these, which is the Beluga. Here you can already see that it's not very clear what's going on in this picture. It's just kind of like a black and white Yeezy silhouette, but you scroll on down, they give a little ominous feel to it. It's like, you know, flashing, strobing. It looks kind of sick. And you're like, whoa, and then bam, it's the original Yeezy 350 V2 in the Beluga colorway. And I'm gonna tell you guys especially why this one means so much to me, because it's the first super hype sneaker that I ever owned, and I sold it. First of all, I didn't fit them, so there would be no point in me keeping them. And second, I remember that was the first time I ever resold a pair of sneakers, and I was like, man, there's an actual market behind this, and so that's why I really love these sneakers. And as you can see in the pictures, they literally look the exact same as what the following silhouette from the very first pair of Yeezy 350 V2s came out. So I am really excited about that. These are actually going to be releasing during the holidays, which I'm very excited about, and I'm going to tell you right now that in 2021 that's going to be one of the biggest sneakers that drop on Yeezy. So that one right here is definitely a cop, man. Anyways guys, thanks for watching the video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and please be sure to comment. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys would copy any of these, which ones you would drop, and if I'm kind of crazy for my takes on this video. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Joel2TV out.